there. I'm going to run through some tools that I've been making recently. These are very unfinished and very work in progress, but it will give you a general idea of what the goal is. So I'm going to run this real quick. Now, what this is a toolkit for generic modular assets, which have any number of different lengths and etc. So I'm just going to get right into it. Normally what you'd have to do is you have to set up a grid, and you'd have to set its spacing, which can be okay. I mean, it can be a little bit annoying to have to do this kind of stuff, and then what if you change your asset to something else, something longer, for instance? It gets annoying. So what this script does, this system does, is it basically takes the measurements from the naming convention. I pull a few tricks in there, and I can now auto-detect the offset of a particular asset. So this works just like you would expect in the directions that you would expect it to work in. Now the coolest thing about this auto-detect offset is that now using this forward and backward function, which basically loads the different versions of your pipe or whatever module it is so that you don't have to manually do it, it will automatically detect the length of that and will offset accordingly. Now I can check auto duplicate, and I can do something like this. Let's stick with that. And let's put one in there, and then let's stick a sensor in there. T-junction sounds good. Now, there is an issue currently, and that is that I can't get a rotation value for the, like say, if I'm using a corner. So you still have to manually set that up. However, I am working on a way to fix that currently. Let's go back to this. Now it's still quicker to do this this way than it is the traditional way, obviously. However, like I said, I am working on a way to solve this problem. Since this is a calculable thing, it's just going to take me a little bit to figure it out. Still, the time-saving functionality of this is probably pretty apparent, especially since you don't have to manually copy things in here, and you can tend to do things much quicker this way. So, another cool thing about this system is I also integrated a cleanup function. So as you can see, all the names here are not following the correct naming convention. It's all the original asset that I used. So it's basically duplicating the asset, swapping out the model, and shifting it to its correct location. Now, what I did was I added a function called module cleanup tools, and there's going to be more tools in here than this, but this is what I have so far. So you have the option to clean the entire scene or just clean the selection. So I'm going to select the assets here, which are all the pipes, and I'm going to go ahead and hit clean up names. Now as you see here, it not only correctly assigned the correct lengths of the pipes and the correct naming for the pipe type, but it also added various numbers to the end in an order. And that way you can actually go through with another script if you want, and there will be one for this, to create selections, safe selections based on the type. So say you want to just select this type of asset, I have created a script for that as well. This is useful for mass swapping out of pieces, pretty much anything you can think of. It just makes your scene correct. So this is all I'm going to show for now. But as you can see, it's coming along pretty good, and the speed at which you can still make things is pretty good. So, yeah.